You've heard Billie Eilish's song about it, but what actually was the Renaissance? So, emerging from the shadows of the Middle Ages, the Renaissance ignited a cultural and intellectual revolution that reshaped Europe forever. What sparked this rebirth of art, science, and the human spirit? And who were the brilliant minds behind it? Well, if you're ready to get them brain cows milked, let's do it. The Renaissance was a period in European history that spanned roughly from the 14th to the 17th century. It was a time of great change and upheaval that saw the emergence of new ideas and ways of thinking that would have a profound impact on the course of human history. The term Renaissance actually means rebirth in French, and it was used to describe this new era because it marked a revival of interest in classical art, literature, and philosophy after the Middle Ages, which had been dominated by religious themes and a focus on the afterlife. During the Renaissance, there was a renewed emphasis on humanism, which is a philosophical and intellectual movement that focuses on the value and potential of human beings. This was a radical departure from the medieval worldview, which had emphasized the importance of religion and the role of the church in people's lives. Humanism was not a new idea. It had its roots in ancient Greece and Rome, but during the Renaissance, it experienced a revival that would change the way people thought about the world and their place in it. Humanist thinkers believed that people could be more than just sinful creatures destined for damnation. They argued that humans were capable of great things, and that they had the potential to improve themselves and society as a whole. One of the key features of the Renaissance was a renewed interest in classical antiquity. This was the period that encompassed ancient Greece and Rome. During the Middle Ages, interest in these cultures had been relatively limited, but during the Renaissance, there was a surge of interest in their art, literature, and philosophy. This was partly due to the rediscovery of ancient texts that had been preserved in monasteries and other institutions, and it was also influenced by the increased contact between Europeans and the cultures of the Middle East and Asia. As a result, there was a surge in the study of classical languages such as Greek and Latin, and scholars began to uncover the secrets of ancient architecture, engineering, and other aspects of classical civilization. Another important aspect of the Renaissance was the development of new artistic techniques. The Renaissance saw the emergence of new artistic techniques that allowed for a more realistic depiction of the world. For example, linear perspective, which is a technique used to create the illusion of depth on a flat surface, was developed during this time. This innovation allowed artists to create works that were more lifelike and immersive, and it had a profound impact on the development of Western art. Other innovations included the use of chiaroscuro, which is the use of light and shadow to create a sense of volume and depth, and sfumato, which is a technique for softening outlines and creating a hazy atmosphere. These innovations allowed Renaissance artists to create works that were not only visually stunning, but also deeply moving and thought-provoking. Some of the most famous Renaissance artists include Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Raphael. Da Vinci was a true Renaissance man, a master of painting, sculpture, science, and engineering. His works such as the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper are among the most famous in the world. Michelangelo was another genius, the sculptor of David and the painter of the Sistine Chapel ceiling. Raphael's paintings were known for their grace and harmony, and he is perhaps best known for the School of Athens, which depicts a gathering of some of the greatest thinkers of the ancient world. The Renaissance was a truly remarkable period in history. It was a time when the world was transformed, and the possibilities for humanity seemed limitless. If you want to learn more about this fascinating era, I encourage you to check out the additional resources And remember, the greatest ideas in history have their roots in the Renaissance. Keep those brain cows milked.